Welcome back to Business Live. Government has set aside $25 million to upgrade some of the country's iconic historic sites to boost tourism and attract the needed patronage. An additional $45 million has been allocated to the sector to enhance skills training, improve access to tourist sites, amongst others. President Akufo-Addo announced this when he opened the Destination Ghana event in London to usher in a new drive to attract foreigners to visit and explore Ghana.
Over the last few years, we have, in addition to the abundance of natural resources, embarked on a product improvement plan where several tourist sites in the country are currently undergoing site renovations. These include the Aburi Botanical Gardens, modeled after the famous Kew Botanical Gardens here in London, the Yasantua Memorial Museum, and the Kente Museum, both in Kumasi. Further, an aggressive sector skills development process under the Ghana Cares Obantampa program, the 100 billion cedi post-COVID economic recovery program of the country, is currently ongoing under the auspices of the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture and its implementing agency, the Ghana Tourism Authority. This year alone, it is expected that some 25 million United States dollars will be expended to upgrade some of our iconic sites, including the famous Elmina and Cape Coast castles, the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park, the Mole and Kakun parks, and cultural museums in Yendi in the northern region, Ejiso in the Ashanti region, Akropong in the eastern region, and Ho in the Volta region under the Ghana Tourism Development Project, supported by the World Bank. Additionally, I'm happy to note the funds will be directly injected into supporting SMEs in the hospitality and beverage sector. I'm eagerly awaiting the expedited conclusion of negotiations with the World Bank, which is intended to culminate in additional financing to boost the tourism, arts, and culture sector. It is in this regard that the government recognizes and highly commends the partnership of the World Bank in supporting Ghana's socio-economic transformational agenda. I acknowledge the efforts of the dynamic country director of the World Bank, Mr. Pierre Laporte, in the Tourism Development Project, an initiative jointly implemented by the government of Ghana and the World Bank. This $40 million project is expected to position the tourism and hospitality sectors as key drivers of social and economic development.
All right, that was the president in London. The executive secretary of the Ghana Tourism Federation, Emmanuel Frimpong, joins me to discuss the move by government. Great to have you on Business Live. It's been a while, Emmanuel. I'll first of all start with the lifting of the COVID-19 measures recently and what the reaction from your members has been so far. I'm sure it is that of relief.
It is, Darrell. A very good evening to cherished viewers. It's a good news for us because, as you know, we've had to cope with this COVID for the past 2 years. A lot of businesses were closed down. People's livelihood were literally taken away. People have lost their jobs. So for us to receive this good news, it was indeed an exciting news for us, especially the $150 that was scrapped. We were looking forward to it to be reduced, but it got scrapped, and that was quite exciting for us. So far, so good. Of course, people don't have money. We are still hoping that somehow we will get some investors to also come in and support.
Yeah, so I was wondering how people are trying to pick up the pieces and to revive their businesses.
It hasn't been easy. All the support that we sought from government, yes, some little support has come in, but it's sad that there hasn't been much impact because it's so little that you don't even feel it, and a very few people got it. So a lot more people need that support. Hopefully, as the president mentioned, we will receive that support.
Well, speak of the president in London, and as we have been reporting, government is setting aside $25 million to upgrade some of our historic sites to attract tourists, and an additional $45 million for skills training and improving access to sites. So this looks like government is really keen on revamping the tourism sector.
Oh, well, Darrell, it sounds good.
You're not impressed?
The thing is, we've heard it over and over. It's this 40 million. We got it way back in 2017, and we are still talking about this money. But I must also be quick to say that we have seen some semblance of commitment from this government. So we want to believe that indeed they want to do what they are saying they will do, because we heard of the NBSSI loan. We didn't see any impact. There was another tourism relief fund. We didn't really see much. We've had series of them. You don't know where the money goes. So hopefully this time members will get it.
Well, I can see that you are unimpressed, but the idea in itself sounds very good. Imagine if you're able to, fix these iconic sites, also invest in skills training, improving access to tourist sites. How is that going to be beneficial to the tourism sector? Tell me.
The idea is fantastic. I mean, I must admit, the idea is really good. Because if you look at our attraction sites, if you visit most of them, they are not in good shape. We are very much aware that some of the sites have received some funding to start renovations, and some development is taking place there. So yes, it's good. But the question is, how are we going to do that across the length and breadth of the country? Because if we do it in some specific areas and we don't go across the country, we don't get that needed impact. Because when tourists come into the country, what we want to do is that we want them to spend more days here. We want them to spend money in the country. So if we're able to do it across the 16 regions, then we know that when tourists come into the country, they will be able to travel beyond just Cape Coast, Accra, and Kumasi, and go to the other regions. So if government is able to actually do what he says it will do, then it will be good for the sector.
Well, we are looking forward to that. And while that may take a while to accomplish, in the short term, what can be done to get businesses from the place of losses to break even?
I think what people can do is, one, they have to take advantage of social media marketing, because a lot of businesses are now being done online. So they have to take advantage of that. And then again, people also need retraining, because things have changed from where we were in 2000. So they need to retrain. And of course, they also need to invest some money into their businesses, because things have moved from where we were. So to get back on your feet, you need some level of investment into your business. And I believe by so doing it, you are able to go on social media, go out there and market what they have. They should be able to gradually come back to life.
And a final one, how long do you think the recovery process will take following the lifting of the COVID-19 measures?
The good thing is that looking at where we have come from last year, in fact, experts projected that it will take about 4 years to 5 years before we start seeing some level of coming back, but it has taken much shorter than what they anticipated. So if we are able to invest all the monies that we are talking investing, if we are able to do marketing, if we are able to actually train people, I think in a year and probably half, we should be able to get back to our feet. Because the thing is, Ghana is a place that a lot of people, a lot of tourists will want to visit. So
Right.
if we are able to put our ourselves in a right shape, we should be able to get more tourists coming to Ghana than even what we had in 2019 when we had a year of return. All we need to do is to structure ourselves well and invest in places that we need to invest in.
Emmanuel Frimpong, thanks so much. It was certainly great to speak with you once again, Executive Secretary of Gov't there.